actually Jesus does the work, and that all we're asked to do is have those conversations or plant the seed, and you don't have to say it all, you don't have to figure it all out. You just have to be the person in that moment to have the conversation, and God will do the rest.
Sella and Bjorn with you this morning. We're joined in studio by a very special guest. Sella, I'll let you introduce her as I try and work out which microphone she's on.
Entrepreneur. Guess two.
Yeah, I got it. I'm
Entrepreneur. Man, and talented. She's qualified. She's got a degree in criminology. I can't even spell that word. Claud from Soul Not For Sale. Good morning, Claud.
Good morning.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Now, we got you in because obviously, if you haven't already figured it out, there is competition, a giveaway happening at our Instagram, crossover with Soul Not For Sale. So if you want to get for yourself a hoodie for you and your friend, you can go there, follow the details. That thing blowing up, eh?
Yeah, it's going well. Get amongst it.
Peeps like a really decent, awesome hoodie.
And a good giveaway.
I've seen your hoodies everywhere. They're very, very popular.
Yeah, I get messages all the time, just random spots around the country of, just people in amongst different places and people just spying on others and taking photos of people. Well, it's pretty cool.
Well, let's strip it right back. Let's go way back to when you decided, okay, this is what I want to do, because it's obviously a Christian label.
Yes.
And let's talk about, how that all came about.
Yeah. I guess for me, it came out of my personal walk with Jesus. I shared this a bit in my interview last year. 2 years ago, my life was chaos. I had an insane encounter with God. I wasn't searching for God, and He rescued me out of a pretty rough situation. And there's no point living your life airy-fairy. We have one time on earth, and my time here is to glorify God, and I've chosen, to do that through creating T-shirts and sharing the gospel. It was just a particular moment, and I can't explain it than any other way than Jesus meeting me where I was at.
Wow.
I cannot, explain it in any other way. I believe that the Holy Spirit, fell upon me and met me, and from that moment forward, I made the decision to one day at a time journey and walk with God and learn about who He is, learn about who I am in Him. And it's not been an easy journey. It's been full of ups and downs. So out of that personal encounter with Jesus, I really looked around the world and saw what was happening in the brokenness of people and I guess this world that we live in, and really realizing that there is good and there is evil, and we either serve a good Father, our God, or people serve an enemy. And for me, my bold declaration in Soul Not For Sale is that my soul belongs to Jesus, and what's it worth to gain the world, to gain the things in the materialistic world that we live in if you don't have Jesus. So I made the declaration, one, for myself, but wanted to be able to start that conversation with others and for others to have the conversation with people out there about who Jesus is. But I guess I didn't really know how to articulate my words, and so I liked clothing, and I thought, what a cool way to be able to start that conversation. And so Soul Not For Sale is a bold statement. It's big, it's loud, the verse is on the front, but for what does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? And so, it's a bold declaration that my soul belongs to Jesus.
Well, it's very popular because we were parked up next to you for the start of Festival 1. And there was just like a non-stop stream of people coming through. It was busy, and we were like, hey, guys, we've got a caravan over here too. Hey, you want to? I was like, maybe we'll get the overflow from your tent. We'll come over to where we were.
It was embarrassing, man. No one wanted to come see us. Everyone wanted to go see Claud. But you so get why, right?
Yeah, it's
cool.
It's
bold. It's Soul Not For Sale is written all over the back of these hoodies. That you've only got hoodies online at the moment, right?
Yes, just hoodies at the moment.
Yeah, but still, that's a courageous move to go. Okay, how can I influence people and bring them closer to God? I'll put out some clothing.
Yeah,
that's competing with everyone else who's on the market as well.
Yeah, that's right.
So, what was it that got you over the line and go, this is me. I'm actually going to do this, and I'm going to make it happen?
Well, I think a big part of it is my faith journey and realizing, you actually have nothing to lose if you just step out. You can't fail if you give it a go. And so for me, I was just like, if one person comes to know Jesus through a T-shirt, or one conversation happens through a T-shirt, then I guess, for lack of a better term, job done. You know, like that
Yeah.
was I didn't have money wasn't an issue. It was just like, I want people to have those conversations with others, and that was my goal. So, yeah, it's been beautiful. Lots of conversations happening.
Yeah, cool. Well, I'd love to dig into a little bit more about how you actually get something like this off the ground. Like, where do you even start? Because I think a lot of people have ideas about stuff they want to do, but they're like, I don't even know what the first step is. So we're going to dive into this a little bit more.
Okay.
Coming up next, this is Unspoken, Never Running Out. More from Claud from Soul Not For Sale. If you want to get into the giveaway that's happening, go to the Life FM Instagram. It's on there now. Talking about Soul Not For Sale, they do hoodies online, and we're giving away some, and we're doing a crossover thing. Is that what we call it? Brand crossover?
Collab.
Collab, yeah. Brand collab at the moment.
If you were to choose a colour from Claude's website, which colour would you choose?
I like the blue.
You like the blue as well? Yeah, I like the blue.
I know you
hoodies.
like the blue too.
Yeah, I love the blue.
We've talked a little bit about the idea behind it and your kind of faith journey and your walk and stuff and how your life now. By the way, you're also a youth worker at a church. So your life's taken this huge turn, right?
Huge.
And gone down these new roads that God's kind of called you down. Can you talk to us about, you started this clothing brand, Soul Not For Sale. How does that begin? Because I feel like there's a lot of people who always have ideas and they're like, man, I'd love to do something like that, or I'd love to start something, but then they're like, but I don't really even know how, or like,
That's me.
there's a lot of people, you know, the first step is always the hardest one. So
For
like
sure.
for you, when you're like, okay, I'm going to do something, I've got this verse that's made me really think, I want to somehow get this message out there, I'm going to do a clothing brand. What is like step one, and how did that sort of play out for you, being like, okay, I'm going to do this?
Yeah, step one, I guess my biggest encouragement to people is to actually just give it a go. Because like I said before, you can't fail if you give something a go. In terms of the brand itself, I'm very much the definition of don't know what I'm doing, but giving it a go. I started from scratch. You should see some of the initial stuff that we mocked up. My goodness, that won't ever see the light of day.
Did you have it produced?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, it's under my bed.
Hidden away.
It is under my bed. No, that's never coming out.
Yeah.
I just connected with a couple of different people. I didn't know how to build a website. I just got on Shopify. It's very helpful to look up YouTube videos. Just build it from scratch. I contacted screen printers. Honestly, running a clothing brand is very much in the emails. A lot of emails, a lot of admin, messaging different people, asking questions. But like, we're nearly 2 years down and I still don't know what I'm doing. So one day at a time, we're just figuring it out.
No, but this is the secret, right? No one knows what they're doing in so many things.
Literally.
They just are doing it. They're just figuring it out and making it up as they go. And that's how you do
And that's
life.
the beauty of it. But there's
Yeah.
also like lots of challenges. There's no one that has a business that will say there's no issues. Like far out, there are challenges after challenges. And one thing I have noticed is, I guess when you are doing something to want to glorify God and, you know, praise his name, the enemy comes harder. And the enemy has definitely come. We've had so many issues and so many things that have happened, but God's providence through it all has remained. And it's been beautiful to see the things at the other end of it, like the conversations happening from all over the country and the world.
Yeah, that's what I was going to follow up with. We love asking people, creatives and musicians, what the impact of their work has been with people who've come up to them and maybe said, man, I love what this hoodie or this T-shirt has. I'm a walking billboard for the love of God. Is there any sort of stories that you can share from other people?
Yeah, I mean, I'll share one that happened for me, and it was the first, it was this year. I went into a shop in Albany, went to go get one of those new Frank Green water bottle things.
You've got to have a Frank Green.
Yeah, well, the old lids were so bad that, you know, they redesigned these new lids. And so I went into this shop and I was wearing my hoodie, but actually I was having one of those days where you're doing errands and having a bit of a, you know, in your head kind of day. Yeah. And the guy said to me, oh, cool hoodie. And I said, oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. And I then didn't follow it up with anything. And then a bit later on, 30 seconds later, he goes, oh, is that yours? And I said, oh, yeah, it is. And it just ensued this conversation with him about the hoodies, about the verse, and about Jesus. And so I sort of left a bit awkwardly thinking, oh, you should have said this, or you're so silly, Claude. But then driving home, I just had this moment of like, actually, Jesus does the work, and that all we're asked to do is have those conversations or plant the seed, and you don't have to say it all. You don't have to figure it all out. You just have to be the person in that moment to have the conversation, and God will do the rest. And so that was a really beautiful moment for me, going, oh, this is what I prayed for, and this is what I wanted this brand to be about, and it just happened.
Yeah, that's cool.
You go, girl. That's so good.
Can you just tell me, what was the feeling like? Okay, so you start this thing, you're like, I'm going to build a website, don't know how to do that, but you figure it out, you get the Shopify thing, you find a hoodie provider, you've got the screen print, all that stuff's ready to go, and then you're like, okay, now we're launching, and I just sort of put it out there and see, does anyone want one of these? What was it like when you get a notification or email or however it works where you're like, somebody bought, I think it was T-shirts, right? The first thing you did when that first one came through, that you were like, oh, what does that feel like?
Yeah, I mean, it's very exciting, obviously. If anyone has Shopify, they know that when that actually pings, it gives the cha-ching sort of notification, which is awesome, but probably not good for people's dopamine hits because, it's just cha-ching, cha-ching. But, I'm just beautiful to see, people do see the vision and they want to stand proudly for Jesus and proclaim that.
And look cool at the same time, dude.
That's right.
Come on now.
Heck yeah. All right, well, if you want to grab one of these hoodies, you can go to the website, just look it up, Sold Not For Sale. There's the Instagram, there's, you know how to Google stuff, you'll find it. And then also, if you go to the Life FM Instagram, we're doing a collab at the moment. We're giving away some hoodies on there. So you just follow the prompts, do it like everybody else, and it could be yours. New colorway. Is this getting dropped today?
New colourway is releasing or being revealed today. So I'm not sure what time yet, but keep an eye on the socials. It'll be revealed today. Plus, if you enter the code LifeFM on our website until Friday this week, there will be a discount on hoodies until Friday.
Can you say that again, that last bit, because people need to know about that discount?
The code LifeFM entered into our website until Friday this week. You can get a discount on your hoodies and you'll get them before Christmas.
I tell you what, our Pacific brothers and sisters from the beautiful, friendly islands of Tonga will be very, very happy with the new colorway scheme.
I think they'll be excited. Get a lot of sales there. And like you said, great gift for Christmas as well. If you know someone that you're like, man, they'd be right into this. Get yourself sorted. Claude, thanks so much for coming in and sharing your story. And pretty excited to chat to you and learn a bit about behind the brand and promote the collab on the Instagram.
Thanks, guys. You're awesome.